Namaste. Welcome to Sundance Yoga with Cassidy. I'm Cassidy. This is Delilah, and this is her first time having me film a yoga class. So let's see how she does, and let's just drop right into our space, placing our hands at heart center. Here we are on our mats. Our bodies are seated. Sometimes it takes a moment for the mind to follow. Just begin witnessing the inhale, the exhale. Bowing the chin slightly towards the heart, perhaps setting a personal intention for class. And then gently tilting the head up, eyes open. And here we go, interlacing the hands at the heart center, inhaling, and then exhale as you push the hands out, round the spine, tuck the chin into the chest, then inhale, arms go up overhead, looking towards the sky. Exhale as you float the arms down behind the back to interlace at the sacrum. Inhale, up again, draw the knuckles down towards the floor. And then exhale to heart center. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Interlace, draw the knuckles down, chin up as you inhale. And then exhale, back to the heart. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Placing the hands on the knee, we'll wake up the base of the spine with Sufi grind. So inhaling as you roll forward, heavy in the hips here, and then exhale, tucking the chin to the chest. 2 more times in this direction, inhaling forward, exhale back. And then when you come to the front, simply reverse the direction 3 times. Inhaling forward, tucking the chin, exhale back. Last round. Coming to a straight, neutral spine. Place tented fingers on either side of you. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, draw the hands to the heart. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, open to cactus. Draw the elbows back, spread the fingers wide, tilt the chin towards the sky. Draw the navel in. And then inhale, the arms back up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, allow them to float down. Inhale, right arm up, and exhale as you extend the body towards the left, perhaps shifting the gaze towards the sky, the ceiling. See if you can draw the pinky finger down, and be sure that your left shoulder is dropped down, creating space between your ear and your shoulder. Inhale up, exhale, right arm down, go straight into the other side, inhaling left arm up, exhale, releasing to the right side, left pinky's down. If it's taxing on the neck to have the gaze towards the sky, you can simply look ahead. You can also look down. Inhale up through center, exhale. Place the feet in front of you and then draw the right knee in. Be sure that you're on both of your sitting bones here. Release the right hand behind you. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale. The crook of the elbow can land on the outside of the right knee. This might be plenty of a stretch for you, or you can take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist the gaze looking over the right shoulder. Deep breath in. Exhale, extend the leg. Draw the left knee up and in. Make sure you're on the sitting bones. Sit up nice and tall, straight spine. Left fingertips come behind you. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, crook of the elbow. If this is feeling like it's too much, you can also simply hug the knee in, and it's the same effect on the body. And if you wanted to deepen the stretch, you can inhale and then twist the gaze over the left shoulder. And then inhale the arms up, exhale down. Draw the knees so that they're facing the ceiling. Inhale the arms out, and then exhale, just wrap them behind the thighs. Allow the forehead to drop onto the knees, and just let yourself sink into a little hug, a little self-love. Witnessing the breath, noticing the way that you inhale, and you naturally rise up a little bit. And as you exhale, you go closer to the earth. On your next inhale, roll the spine up, loop the shoulders, walk the feet out just a little bit, lean back on the hands, and then we'll do a little bit of windshield wipers. And then coming into a tabletop position. We'll line up the middle of your wrists underneath your shoulders, and then be sure that your knees are in line with your hips. Feet in line with the knees. Hi, Delilah. I'm gonna move you. And then inhale as you tilt the pelvis and the chin towards the sky, arching the back. And then exhale, round the spine, chin comes to the chest. Inhale, forward. Exhale it back. A few more times. Find a rhythm here. Sometimes it feels really juicy just to go slowly, feel each vertebra. And sometimes you want to go a little kundalini and make it a nice, fast action, waking up the spine, aligning with the breath. And then coming into a neutral tabletop position, slide the right leg behind you, coming onto those tiptoes here and press back through the heel, feeling that in the calf. And then we'll take a nice inhale and roll up and open into a twist with the left arm. Fingertips nice and wide. If the arm only comes to here, that's great. Just give yourself a little stretch. One more breath. The exhale brings us down. Draw that right knee back in and under. Extend the left leg long onto those tiptoes, drawing the heel towards the earth, pressing into the fingers. This time we'll take a breath and open up with the right arm, twisting open towards the sky. Deep breath in, exhale, brings it back down, draw the knee back in. Moving through a couple more cat-cows. And then we'll draw the big toes to touch, open the knees nice and wide on the mat, and then sink the hips back. The hands can go nice and far on the mat. The forehead might kiss the mat. Maybe you have a block to land the head on. You can also have a block or a cushion or pillow underneath the bum. Taking a moment of mindful rest, maybe bringing your intention back into your mind. And from here, rising up, we'll come onto all fours, walk the hands out a little bit, curl the toes under, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Really pedal it out here. Hi, sweetheart. Lots of bend in the knees. as we're ready, we're gonna bend the right knee, draw it forward, stepping it through the hands. And if you have your dogs with you, please compare their behavior to Delilah because she is a puppy and we got biting going on. She's rolling around, there's dog hair on the mat. Okay, so we're gonna rise up into a high crescent. You can take an inhale and the hands can come right onto the knees for some stability, or you can draw the hands to the hips. Once you feel stability in your stance, you can drop that back knee just a little bit so that the hips are squared forward. Release the hands down. Take an inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Take a full cycle of breath here. Inhaling with mindfulness, exhaling with mindfulness. The next inhale, spread those fingers wide. Exhale, opening to cactus. Inhale the arms straight, pivot on your back foot, open up into warrior two. The stance might need to be adjusted, so check in with your body. You want your knee before the ankle or in line with it, and essentially a heel to arch or maybe heel to back, ankle, heel, foot stance. Dropping the shoulders down, not up here. Drop them down. Pull the belly button back. Just take a breath. Gaze is out over the right fingertips. And then straighten the front leg. Bump out your left hip and begin tilting at the waist. And then when you can't really tilt anymore, we're gonna flip ourselves into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So the right hand leads down, left arm goes up. Right hand might be right here on the thigh. We want the chest facing out. So the motion is not like this. If you feel like your body is facing the floor, rise it up. Come to the level where you can keep your spine straight and your chest forward. A block is handy here. From here, we'll shift all the way into peaceful warrior. So as we inhale, we'll bend the front knee, spiral the arms forward and up. The right arm is up towards the sky. I'm gonna take Gyan Mudra, touching the tip of my index finger to the tip of my thumb. Left hand hanging down on the back leg, or perhaps an arm bind behind the back. Deep breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Gazing out over the right fingertips. Inhale, straighten the legs, hands come to the hips. Both toes pointing forward, dropping the pelvis down. Inhale. Exhale with sound. Again, inhale. From here, we'll inhale the arms up overhead and then exhale, either landing your hands on a block on the floor in front of you, or perhaps a soft bend in the knees and the hands come to the hips. The idea here is to bring a length to the spine, so lengthening out the crown of the head and out the tailbone. If you're into getting a really deep stretch, perhaps you grab your ankles, maybe you can grab opposite ankles. Maybe you rest your hands all the way through. Listen to the body. Yoga is always an individual practice, and we practice these postures just to prepare us for meditation and getting into the mind. From here, we'll walk our hands around towards the back of your mat, towards your left foot. So turn the left foot towards the back of the mat, bend the left knee, coming up onto the ball of the back foot for a moment. And then coming back into high crescent lunge. So I'm gonna actually shift my foot forward a bit. Remember, you can use your left thigh as an option to help you find your stability on the way up. The hands can come to the hips. Perhaps you go right into high crescent, or the hands are by our sides. Taking a deep breath in, raising the arms up overhead. Palms are facing each other. Fingers are nice and wide and spread and active. Feel the posture. Dropping the shoulders down. Maybe that back knee comes down to help you square your hips forward and ahead. Inhale, and then exhale, opening to cactus, drawing the elbows backwards, puffing out the chest forward, perhaps looking up towards the sky. Inhale the arms up overhead. We'll exhale straight into warrior two. So pivoting on the back foot, shifting the body and the torso ahead, and then the gaze goes out over the left fingertips. Checking in with our shoulders, that we're not hugging them up towards the ears, dropping them down. Look down at your left knee. Make sure your left knee isn't going in or out. Protect the knee space. If you would like to shorten your stance to make sure you're protecting your knee, by all means do that. Remembering that one side of the body will be different than the other. And then shifting into triangle pose. We straighten the left leg, bump out the right hip, begin tilting, tilting, tilting. Can't tilt anymore, we flip it open, Trikonasana. Again, great place for a block. I usually use a block, but I don't have any with me today. And of course, always the option to lightly rest the hand on the thigh, the shin. It can go in the front of the leg or even behind, but we want the torso facing out. Make sure you look up and you can see your thumb, that you haven't let your arm fly behind you. One more breath here. Then we'll bend our front knee as we inhale and shift it right into peaceful warrior. Dropping down the right shoulder, right arm lands on the right thigh or perhaps comes behind the back, spiraling the pinky forward, maybe taking Gyan Mudra, touching the tip of the index finger to the tip of the thumb. Deep breath in, and we'll use the exhale to roll back into warrior two. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, straightening the legs. The hands come to the hips. Feet face forward. Holding those hands, dropping the shoulders, gaze goes up. Superhero pose for a moment. Close the eyes if you like. Nothing else in this moment matters but you breathing here now. Allow yourself to smile and then drop the heels inward. The toes go pointing out, bending the knees a bit. Inhale the arms up overhead, exhale to cactus. And then we'll press the hands towards each other. So inhale. As you exhale, press the hands together, active fingers, but don't let them touch. Inhale, expansive. Exhale, draw it all in. Blessings, light, love. Inhale. The world is open to us. What we think we become. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Inhale the arms up, straighten the legs. Hands come to the hips. Heel toe, just a little bit. And then sink down into Malasana. Garland pose, yogic squat. Now again, you can have a block placed underneath you right now, underneath the bum to help you sit. You can also be up on the toes with the heels not touching the ground. You can also simply come to a seat. If you're in the yogic squat, try to see if you can press the elbows into the outer thighs. The hands come into Anjali Mudra at the heart. One more breath here. And then if you're not already at a seat, come into on the bum with the soles of the feet touching for Baddha Konasana. So the tendency is to pull the heels in towards the groin a lot, but today we're not going to do that. Keep them extended outward a little bit. If you have your blocks, you can always place one underneath each leg. Taking a deep breath in, straighten the spine, lengthen through the crown of the head. And then as you're ready, fold forward. The back can round as you're ready. You can hold on to the toes. You can place a block also on the feet or in front of the feet and allow the head to rest on it. And just breathe, remembering that feeling of the back rising as we inhale and the grounding sensation as we exhale. Just let go. Notice if you're tensing up the body. Notice if you're holding yourself back. Use this moment to mindfully send your breath to those places. Let go. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. Then using an inhale to take your time, slowly winding up. You might walk the fingertips back. Then the fingertips come to the sides of the hips. Inhale as you roll the shoulders up and back, and again forward. From here, we'll extend ourselves to long ways on the mat. Still in that long leg Baddha Konasana, butterfly position. Come back onto the elbows. And then as you're ready, lie the spine all the way down, Supta Baddha Konasana. Take a moment to allow yourself to sink into the mat here. And then check in with the body. It might feel really nice to take cactus arms out by the sides. Perhaps you'd like to rest your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your belly. And just breathe and allow. We'll take an inhale, place the hands on the outside of the thighs and press the knees back together. Heel toe the feet about hip distance apart, and then inhale so that the right ankle goes onto the left thigh. Thread the arms through behind the left thigh, and then pull the leg up towards the sky so that your left shin is parallel to the sky, right foot is flexed. It might feel nice to actually straighten the left leg and just gently pull yourself forward. Pull the leg towards you. Feeling the stretch. Keeping the shoulders on the ground. If the leg is up, slowly release it back down. And then swap sides. Now the left ankle goes on the right thigh, keeping that foot nice and flexed to protect the knee. Inhale. The right shin goes parallel to the sky or perhaps straight. Just gentle stretching, nothing extraordinary or extravagant here. Just a micro movement. Feeling the muscles, feeling the stretch, feeling alive. One more breath. Slowly release the foot down. Allow the soles of the feet to go to the edges of the mat, and then the knees knock in towards each other. Placing the left hand on the heart, the right hand on the belly. Witness the rising and the falling of the chest and the belly. Deepen the breath. As you inhale, allow the breath to move through the chest and into the space of the belly. And then exhale from that place of the belly, up through the chest, then through the throat and nose. So we're really taking deep breaths here, cleansing the lungs. And then as you're ready, extend both legs long, letting the toes spill off the mat. You can keep the hands on the heart and the belly, or you can open the arms out a couple feet from the body, palms facing up. Allowing yourself the most precious moment, sinking into final Shavasana. Clearing the mind of its thoughts. When we can't clear the mind, because we're human, we just become a witness to the thoughts. We notice as they enter, and then we allow them to let go. If you have a couple more minutes, please take this precious time for yourself in Shavasana. Thank you for joining Delilah and I today, and we will leave the practice here. Om Shanti. See you next time.